So I've been seeing a lot of videos lately on whether or not you should post mass amounts of content. People like Gary Vee saying 15 posts or pieces of content a day per platform or whatever his strategy is. And then you have people saying that Mr. Beast is the new style where he posts once a month, but it's really, really high quality and it will take him half a year to make one video. And that's the new strategy because the algorithm's changing to prioritize watch time per piece of content, and it's prioritizing virality over the total channel. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, but I see so many conflicting strategies now that it's changing where people are saying you should just post less but make it better. And some people saying, as a beginner, you just need to post as ton as possible and try to like grind out those subscribers and, pay your dues and put in the work at the beginning before you can comfortably sit like that. But then you have people who have experimented with doing entire channels going viral off of one video and spending thousands of dollars and months of research and editing to make one massive video. And I don't really know at this point what is the best way to go about it. So I kind of was giving it some thought. And I think that a lot of people could use this quality method as a form of procrastination where it's like, I'm not going to sit down and just make a mediocre video because the platform doesn't promote that anymore. But it's like, do you really have the skill to sit down and make a high level video like Mr. Beast does? If Mr. Beast was making videos my level and posting out 100 of those per day, he would not do as well as if he spent 6 months on one of his fantastic videos. But I don't have the skill set or the resources to put together a video of Mr. Beast proportions. And neither do you, and neither does really anyone else besides like Hollywood. And so I think that there's a fine, just like with most things, there's a fine middle ground between this. I think that while the algorithm may not favor the mass amounts of content anymore as well as it used to, I think that there's still something valuable about putting in the reps of filming, hearing yourself talk, refining your speech. It's awkward to speak to a camera in an empty room. That takes skill. It takes skill to script a video. That's something I haven't really gotten around to yet. I have a couple videos in the works that are scripted that will probably take me a couple of months to make. But do I just wait and only post those, or can I put in the reps and work up my mediocre videos and maybe make those my baseline, maybe continue to bring that higher while my top line I can work on the side? So that's sort of the mindset I'm having with this moving forward, is maybe I don't post 15 pieces of content a day, but I don't think that one a day or like 4 or 5 a week should be put off, especially at the beginning, to try and put together some masterpiece and develop skills that I just don't have yet. I think that I'll develop more skills by doing videos like this, right? Like this is a little awkward for me to talk, but if you watch my last video, I feel already a little more fluid in this video. Now, my editing skills are not being refined in this because I'm not going to edit it. My scripting skills are not going to be refined because I'm not scripting anything. But I do have other videos in the works that are using those elements. So I'm able to work on a couple things simultaneously. And while, yes, maybe purely mathematically, if I were to have all the skills and I could sit down and make one video, all of my time could be dedicated to that. But I'm still building all of the skills. So I think that reps at the early stages are going to be more important for me and my skill development than trying to act like I have all these editing skills or these scripting skills that I just don't have yet. So, I can only do so well on a script. I can stare at it all day, but I only have so much knowledge. I only have the amount of knowledge is the amount that I've scripted or I've read and watched videos on storytelling and YouTube scripting and opening loops and closing loops and studying things like the hero's journey, structure of stories to try and make things more interesting. But it comes down to what have you done and what was received on your platform. And I think that especially in the beginning, you want to make a lot of videos, but make sure that you're spending enough time that you're, focus on one thing. This is what I'm doing. I'm focusing on one thing per video that I'm going to try and make better than the last one. Now I can have multiple videos going at once where I can have my scripting and editing being worked on the side, but there's a lot of skills I don't have just sitting in front of a camera, formulating ideas on the fly, just getting used to having my content out there. That's a whole nother skill in and of itself. And then also getting the data from what, thumbnails are being worked on, what titles are good, what types of topics and video ideas are people responding to. Like you have to just get into the world and start trying. And I don't know that for me, I'm going to take the advice of spend months on one video because I don't think I have the skills to justify that. I think that there's too much to be learned by sitting down and making videos like this. But I also find the value and see the value in working on big projects. I have a video right now I thought was going to take me a couple days. It's now looking like it's going to take me over a month, if not a couple to 3 months. And I'm probably going to have to ask for help from some people that I know who are more experienced in this space than me. So again, if you know my channel at all, I'm new to all of this. I'm just trying it out. I study a lot of it. I found a few strategies out there, and a lot of them, it focuses a lot on the planning and the back end of the videos. And I think that there's a lot of truth to that, but I think that there is still a lot of value that I can find from sitting down and just getting used to being in front of the camera and making it more natural for me, but also like having an idea and then turning it into a video. I think that that process is underrated as well. That's something that a lot of the bigger YouTubers probably take for granted, is that they can just have these ideas and bring them into fruition. Where it's like, I had an idea for this video today and I almost just like was like, oh yeah, I'll do it later. But I think there's a real skill in sitting down and doing it. Now, if I had really good editing skills and I could crank through the editing process and the scripting process of this, I totally would have, but I don't have that skill yet. And if I tried to do that on every video, I would miss out on the skills I'm learning from conveying this idea. So until I develop those skills by working on other projects, I think that I can have videos like this to help develop these types of skills at the same time. Now, I know I'm kind of talking in circles, but I just wanted to get that idea out there. Thanks for watching this far if you did, and listening to my ramble. If you want to see more projects or more ideas or things that I'm trying out, I post a lot of YouTube shorts. I'm going to start trying to post more videos like this. So go check out some of my other ones and subscribe if you found this interesting.